What's up, y'all? This is Johnny Jones for Break It Down. On October 4th, the BET Hip Hop Awards aired. The nominations were announced on September 12, and it was recorded on September 30 at the Cobb Energy Center in Atlanta. They have all kinds of performances over there, from ballet concerts, opera, corporate meetings to stage plays. That night, the venue was packed with artists, actors, and celebrities. This year, Fat Joe was hosting the event.
And I don't get nervous. You asked me that question, Envy, right? And I was never nervous. I rehearsed all week. When they said, and your host, Fat Joe, I felt like somebody kicked me in the chest. My whole breath went, I never even felt this before. I never even knew what this feel like. I started breathing like it was when they said, and the host, and I knew what was going on because we rehearsed it so much. I was like, oh, I felt like somebody kicked me in my chest. I had that, that was it. That was just that 1 second. Once I turned around, it was like, all right, we here now.
The event had a couple notable performances. King Combs had a dope set as he performed Can't Stop, Won't Stop. Kodak Black wasn't there though. And no need to look twice. King Combs is Puff Daddy all over again. It was funny and dope as hell to see him dance. He was killing it on stage with the moves as he was having fun with the record. For real, that beat go hard with that bounce.
My youngest son, and
your clone.
Yeah, my clone. He's like my twin. But he always wanted to be on stage since he was 3 years old. Mm-hmm. Every time he would be at, on tour, he would just be mesmerized by the stage. So he came out, and when he said he wanted to be a rapper, I said, well, you got to do it on your own. And congratulations, we're the first father and son duo to be on the top 10.
That's legendary.
I was asking, is there any friendly competition in the crib at all?
Yeah, the other day he was charting higher than me out of nowhere, and they just delivered me the message, and I was just like, I know that's my son, but he's not getting to #1 before me.
Gotta Move On with Bryson Tiller is okay, but Can't Stop, Won't Stop is better. It feels more like an organic hit, and it seems like Puff is trying to force this record on us. But it's still a win for the family though. The Loud Records homage was dope. As you know, the label was founded in 1991 with Steve Rifkin and Richard Isaacson and had artists like Wu-Tang, Mobb Deep, Big Pun, 3 6 Mafia, and MOP, just to name a few. That night, Dead Prez showed up with the classic record Hip Hop, killed it. Havoc represented for the infamous With Quiet Storm remix. Hot damn ho, here we go again. Lil' Kim had everybody hyped when she came along as she did her signature dance move too. MOP set this shit on fire with Any Up remix. And they done got lost a lot of weight and they are looking healthier than ever. It's dope to see, shout out to them. Remy Ma came for a feature and represented Big Pun. R.I.P. People forget she was only a teenager when Pun discovered her, and it was his protege. She looked good as hell. Fat Joe later joined for Lean Back. David Banner and Lil Flip came through for Like a Pimp. They had a little trouble catching the tempo with the lyrics in the beginning, but they got it right after. It was dope. If MOP set this shit on fire, 3 6 Mafia gassed it up with Chicken Head. That's where people got their bounce on for real. You can't help it. They also did Stay High Till I Die. The only thing missing was Crunchy Black doing the dance going crazy on stage. Wu-Tang closed the set. Even though they are on tour right now, Method Man, RZA, Raekwon, and Inspector Deck showed up and represented. ESTG is not a man of many words.
ESTG is my guest today. Yes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Yeah.
You don't seem excited at all, but you have to be. I think inside you are.
I'm excited. I think I'm excited.
Look at you.
But you could tell this performance was a defining moment for him. Jeezy brought back that thug motivation 101, 102 energy to perform The Realest. Jeezy started his verse from his seat in the audience besides Yo Gotti and spit his heartfelt verse as he walked on stage. You can see ESTG is cut from the same cloth. G spit that grown man talk that hustlers love to hear. We need more music from them. Another highlight was Glorilla's performance. She killed it on stage, as all the ladies were rocking hard to FNF and Tomorrow. She's currently signed to Yo Gotti. Her future is bright, as she won the Breakthrough Artist of the Year in that event. CMG stay winning. Another dope moment, worth the wait, was Pusha T performing Diet Coke and Malice showing up for the culture when they performed Grinding. Can you imagine that song coming out today? There would have been an international cafeteria challenge for that song. But other than that, shout out to No Malice. He didn't want to do it for years, but it was well worth the wait. The big winners of the show were Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick won 6 for Video Director, Lyricist, Live Performer, Album, Artist, and Video of the Year. Drake won for Best Collaboration with Wait For You with Future and Thames, and Best Featured Verse on Churchill Downs with Jack Harlow. 50 Cent won the Hustler of the Year award, shout out to Power. Big Lotto won the Song of the Year for Big Energy. And as you know now, Kodak Black was not really feeling it and later spoke on it.
And that shit. Oh, they finna play with me, and they finna get Frappuccino on me. And then they gonna by the time when it's my turn to get me shit, they gonna play on a woman empowerment. Then around that same time, that when the cheats, all the little cheats started crying about, oh, women empowerment, males be so dominant and shit. Not even Drake, not even Future, not even everybody. Nothing. They finna get it, shorty. Cause it's just how the whole shit was looking on me. Like, but you know, congratulations, little one. Congratulations on me. I ain't tripping, don't even try to play like I ain't hating on no bit.
We understand, Kodak. It seems like there has been a war against straight men for a couple of years, like we ain't shit, and it's annoying. But it has nothing to do with it. Lotto deserved it. She has one of the highest charting songs on the Billboard charts, and she's making history with it. Can't deny that Super Gremlin go crazy in the streets, but the record is doing its thing too. Other than that, there was a rap battle between DNA and K-Shine for 20 Gs, 25 Gs. It was cool, but it seemed hyped up for TV. You could tell it was not a URL crowd. It was not a battle rap crowd. The ciphers were not that impressive except for D. Trinata, who is sure to be up next. On the cipher, she went first and just left crumbs after. The way she spit, the confidence in her energy was everything. She don't play. Another big moment in the event was when Trina received the I Am Hip Hop Award. Well deserved. Trina been the baddest bitch. And the influence she has on women from the South, women period, is here today, you can see it. And you never really heard nothing crazy about her. Always carried herself like a boss, but down to earth. Shout out to the queen. The show overall was dope. It was a cool balance between old school and new school, but one underrated moment in the show was Joey Badass' performance. It had the background dancers in a black hoodie, and on the back there was a dead rapper name with a number. The sad thing is, there was a lot of black hoodies with a different name and numbers. Young Dolph, PNB Rock, Nipsey Hussle, XXX Tentacion, just to name a few. That's when you realize that most of the rappers from this generation are dead or in jail. All those artists could have been performing at the show. Also, Kendrick won but wasn't there. Drake won, wasn't there. Future won, but wasn't there either. We know they won't let the baby perform, and Chris Brown wasn't even there to sing Sexy Motherfucker with Young Blue. Those names just dropped. If just 2 of them would have showed up, it would have elevated the show to another plateau. But you see, the ladies were holding it down that night. That shows you how many female rappers have emerged since the last couple of years. You can finally hear more of them talk their shit, and we see more representation. At the end of the day, the BET Hip Hop Awards this year was cool. Couple dope moments, but nothing crazy like some we have seen. A lot of people wasn't even there. It still has the potential, but it gotta make sure it's that shit every year. It has to feel like a hip hop Grammys. Did you see the show? Did you like it? What'd you think? Was the winners list was fair? Let us know. That's it. This was Johnny Jones chopping it up with you for the breakdown. I'll talk to you soon. Be safe out there. All right.